What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the lounge. Welcome back to the Hardcore Casuals channel. Austin, joined by Brady, as always. Brady, how you doing today, my friend?
We're pretty good. The temperature's heating up, and so is the time getting to Summer Games Fest. That worked better in my head. But how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm fucking exhausted, man. I
Yeah.
stayed up way too late last night. I wanted to try and beat First Light before I went and saw Obsession, and I hit that last chapter at like 9:30, and Obsession was at 10, so I had to book it to Obsession afterwards. And then I came
Okay,
back
yeah.
home and finished First Light because I knew I was on the last chapter. And I still hadn't eaten dinner by that point. So I didn't go to bed till like 3:30. It was a long night.
Sheesh.
It was a
Bro was on some.
long night.
He's on some demon hours for this one. All right.
Dog, my 5 days off, I damn near did not leave this desk. Between fucking First Light and Forza, I
Dude,
think
Forza,
between the two
man.
of them, fucking, what, 43 hours between the two of them?
Jesus.
Because I'm 28 hours deep into Forza, and then First Light took me about 15.
Okay.
So, but yeah. Uh, so what have you been playing the last two
Yeah.
weeks?
In the last 2 weeks, I would definitely like with the big weekend we had, got a little bit more time to game. For the first time I checked out Forza Horizon 6. First time playing Horizon. First time in the series I got to play Forza.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, I've never played the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably like 7, 8 hours in right now, and I'm just fucking loving it. It's great.
It's so
Like
good.
this is probably it's probably one of my favorite games this year right now. Just because I
Excuse me.
I don't know cars like that. Like
Hmm.
compared to some people, have very great big knowledge of cars.
Right.
Like in a game, what you want with it, like you can tune your car to like in very excessive ways. I don't like. Or you could just fuck around on the map and just knock over mascots and signs and do a bunch of races. Like
Hmm.
you can play this game for as long as you want, or honestly just a couple races. And I feel like you're gonna keep progressing. And like there's so much content in this game,
It's so
and they'll
much.
probably add
It's
more
ginormous.
because
Oh
they've
yeah.
done DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this game is great.
I'm pretty sure the deluxe edition comes with the season pass, so there is content coming for sure. What that is,
Good.
who knows? Probably a Lego expansion. I think they've done that for the last two, so I'd expect we probably see another Lego expansion again. Uh, I haven't gotten DLC for previous ones. I jumped into the Horizon series around, I want to say it was Horizon 4, where you go to Australia. That was the first Horizon I played and fell in love with. So I've stayed on top of these last two releases. I was originally going to wait for PlayStation or the PlayStation launch, but decided not to since I still had Game Pass, which I did not realize. I thought I canceled that a while ago. So that ended up working out quite nicely. But yeah, I'm about 28 hours in. I've got one wristband left to get, uh, and then I'll unlock Legends Island. I still have about just under half the mascots to find, and then I
Yeah.
think like 150 billboards or signs still. I haven't done too much time on the signs, uh,
Yeah.
but but yeah. Have you been using a lot of the pre-made tunings that other people have done? Have you been tuning yourself or?
I have not touched the tuning as much yet. I
Okay.
saw it was there, and I'm like, I'll get to that eventually. I'm just doing like mostly the single player stuff right now. Have you tried much? Have you tried the PvP stuff as much?
Um, we did PvP one time. Well, at least in the convoy that I was doing. So when you're in a convoy and do PvP, it's just against the people in that convoy. So it doesn't bring in anyone extra. But aside
Okay.
from that, I haven't done any like online racing against just random people. I don't think I will. uh, but I don't know. I might. I have played a lot of this game in a convoy, whether that be, I know we squatted up, I
Yeah.
want to say over the weekend, and then I got a couple other friends that we've pretty much been progressing through the game together,
Nice.
which is a nice that you can progress no matter where you are. Well, as long as you're not a. Well, no, you can progress wherever you are in correlation to anyone in the convoy because you're still going to earn those horizon points even if your friends are ahead or behind. What we've been doing is just promoting whoever's the furthest behind and letting them pick the races. But if you're ahead of that person and you're redoing these races, you still get horizon points and credit towards your next wristband if they've picked a race you haven't done yet that's still on the map. So that's really cool. I do enjoy that.
Because at work I was talking to the guys about Horizon. They were also liking it at work. And they're like, yeah, but the PvP is kind of like against other online cars has been pretty fucking brutal. Because like some people's like, oh, they just like people like stroll sometimes into your like just drive into your car as fast as they fucking can, which will take you out of the race probably. And just like just a bunch of trolling like that. So I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get into the online like races of it, but like I'm definitely enjoying the single player stuff. Like it's just a good vibe right now.
Are they sure it was online and not just Bowie? Causing havoc to everybody. No, me and my friends.
Besides,
excuse me. Sorry.
Have you been getting him?
Bowie, yeah, but he hasn't been super aggressive. That's because the friends I play with have been super aggressive. We've been fighting each other more than the AI.
That's good.
But yeah, I hadn't done multiplayer in any of the older Horizons. So jumping into multiplayer with this one, I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I really enjoy it. I think 95% of my time of this game has been played in a convoy.
Nice. And that's what it's all about sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you can have like, what, 12 cars in your convoy type shit?
Yeah,
like,
you can have up to 12 people in a party. It's crazy. I think the most we've had... I think we've had about half is the most I've had. We've had somewhere between 5 and 6 for sure.
Nice.
We're usually at a consistent 3 to 4, but there were times we had a couple more join. But yeah, it's fun. I like how they do the convoy co-op racing, where essentially just if one person finishes in first, and as long as the rest the rest of your convoy doesn't finish behind all of the other AI, you win that race. You get credit for winning that race, even if you don't personally win. So that's real cool, because I personally struggle with off-road racing and hate it. But my friends Jody and Tony are way better at off-road racing than I am, so they're usually winning those. So it's nice to have them knock that out. But road racing and street racing, I'm enjoying. The character creators, meh, but it's Forza.
It's pretty, yeah. That's not why we're here.
Right.
The cars creation, though, insane.
Oh my god, it's so good.
The creative suite that some of the community has been doing for some of these cars is fucking God's work. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, shout out to them, because I am not nearly that creative. So shout out to everybody else making all these wraps on these cars. Same with garages. You can also download other people's garages, which is dope, because I didn't try super hard or very long in the like garage and estate editor. But from what I did try, I had decided that it was too much for me. So I found someone who designed a garage like a wrestling arena. So it's great. My car just sits in the middle of a ring, and your person stands on an entrance ramp. It's fantastic. Love it.
That's great. Yeah, but besides Forza, I started playing... since I played Ocarina of Time earlier this year, it was time to jump into Wind Waker.
Nice.
So I've been going through that, more the HD one in more alleged ways of playing it, but yeah, that game's great. That game's my favorite game so far. I'm like through like the first few touches of that one.
Nice.
Yeah. What you been playing before? Have you played anything else before the main topic here?
I've played a little bit of Star Wars Outlaws. That just became free on PS Plus this month, so I've jumped into that. I think I'm not super far in. I want to say somewhere between 4 and 6 hours. But what I've played, I've really enjoyed. I think I might have to reload one of my checkpoints because I've kind of fucked up, and now the entire map is hunting me, and I don't want those problems from the Empire. So we might just reload and redo that mission. Try and go in a little bit quieter. But no, what I've played so far, I really enjoy. Shooting's really cool. Having your little pet be able to go and steal shit from people or open stuff from you that you can't get to try and sneak past people is a lot of fun and can cause a lot of chaos. You can send it over to distract, and it'll like dance in front of stormtroopers and then play dead. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's the only other thing I've been playing aside from Forza and First Light, at least over these last couple weeks, and then Rivals, obviously, as per usual.
Oh yeah.
but no, that is it for me. So
Awesome. Yeah, let's get. So over the past couple of days since you've been off, you've been playing James Bond 007 First Light, huh?
Yes,
Why don't you tell me a bit about that?
So I've beaten First Light, finished it last night at about 1:30 in the morning. Took me, according to my PlayStation clock, about 15 hours. It is 10 chapters, and it is phenomenal. Start to finish. There is not a single chapter where you're like, that you either feel you're there too long. All of the locations in this game are gorgeous. The voice acting, aside from Lenny Kravitz, is phenomenal. Kravitz isn't bad, he's alright, but everyone else is just so damn good. His just kind of stands out. He was a lot smaller of a part than I was expecting, just based off the promotion of the game. He's really only in like 2 chapters, so it's not a huge, I guess, hindrance, for lack of a better term, on the game or the story. I think if he was the main villain, just with his performance, it might have brought it down for me a little bit. But what is it? I'm gonna have to look up names. I believe his name, it's Patrick something, the guy that plays Bond. Patrick Gibson, who plays Bond in this, is phenomenal. He has just the swagger, charisma, cockiness that a young James Bond should and would have, that you would expect. I grew up watching a lot of the older James Bond movies, so I haven't seen any of the Daniel Craig ones. I need to go back. I need to go and actually watch them. But my dad was a Bond fan, so we grew up watching the older ones. I can't remember who we saw play Bond, but it was like the Die Again Tomorrow, Tomorrow Never Dies, those, that era of Bond. But, so it's been a long time since I've done anything, like watched or played anything related to James Bond. So, I was super excited to get this. This was, I think, in my top 3 for most anticipated of this year. The story is fantastic. It's nothing like, I don't know, life-changing, extraordinary, but it is super consistent. I don't really see any, like, there's nothing where you look at it and you're like, well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense as far as, like, consistency goes. It's a pretty by-the-books 007 story, which isn't a bad thing. They do, in the beginning, for basic training, you kind of play through a training montage, which is really cool. The set pieces in this game are so good. There's like 1 set piece per chapter. They're all fantastic. There's one in basic where you're fighting just one of the guys who's been training you, that you've been butting heads with the whole time, and you're just brawling through the entire training grounds, and eventually you guys end up on a scaffolding and you fight through that, take that down. But
now this game is developed by IO Interactive, who is mostly known for the Hitman series.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were you a Hitman fan going into this game, or is this like your first experience with IO Interactive?
I did actually recently played Hitman last year. I saw it was
Okay.
available for PS Plus and was always interested in it, so I did. I think I 1 and 2 were free, and then I bought the third. I don't remember how far I got through them, but I did play a good amount of them. I really enjoyed them. So when with finding out that IO was working on a James Bond game, I thought it was a perfect fit. I was a little, um, I don't know if concerned is the word I want to use, but maybe iffy, just because Hitman is way more stealth than 007. 007 is kind of a combo of stealth and action, but they the hand to hand combat in this game is phenomenal. The gunplay in this game is also very fun, especially when you're moving at a very fast pace. Excuse me. Uh, like anytime you vault over something, if someone's on the other side, you'll slide across, kick the gun out of their hands, and catch it. So
Oh, that's sick.
you're switching guns a lot because a lot of them don't have a lot of ammo. You're not really picking up ammo off the ground. You're going in essentially each mission with your service pistol and your Q watch, which has anywhere from 2 to 3 attachments depending on where you're at in the game. Like Hitman, you prep before going out, but unlike Hitman pretty much does all their preparation like in a menu, but for First Light, everything is told through the story, like in the game. So you're
Okay,
not.
that's good.
Yeah, Hitman. I feel like you spend a lot of time in menus, and in this you do not. um, there's a lot of challenges in this game for beating levels in different ways that you can go back and do. Uh, I don't know how many I've gotten, but there's some for like not getting caught through an entire level or just going through and fighting everyone through the entire level. Um, what I do like in comparison from this to Hitman is like anytime I fail a stealth section in Hitman, I was restarting a checkpoint because usually once you fail a stealth part in Hitman, it's kind of is gonna fuck up your entire level. That's it. Because there's not really a whole lot of hand to hand combat in Hitman. You get like the takedowns if you sneak up on them, but that's really about it from what I remember. uh, in this, if you fail stealth, you're just gonna knock the people out. Essentially, you're you're going to fight them, or you can bluff and just lie to them, and because James Bond always just has that charisma, and that's what he does. People will just believe you, but only for a certain amount of time. So like they'll have an eye like a timer over their head that you'll see like the circle slowly decreasing. So you've got that much time to do whatever you went into this area to do, whether it's gather information, just get to the next area. Like there was one where I had to get upstairs in this gala and security was there and I couldn't find what I needed to find and I had enough to just lie to the guy. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just lie to him and walk past and go to the room behind him because that's what I need to do at this point is just get into this room. So and then when I came back out, he's like, hey, you need to leave. So I was like, oh, okay, well that timer's gone. I was like, but it's fine. I did what I needed to do. Not a big deal. uh, I was resetting checkpoints occasionally, not too often, but that was more my decision than like feeling like the game wanted me to. Like I would try and do something a certain way, and if I messed it up or felt like there were too many people for me to fight, I would reload a checkpoint. Uh, there's one thing: the load times in this game are long, like noticeably long. And I'm not sure why that is. But the game's only loading though when you die or fail your mission, so it's not super
Yeah.
often. The driving portions in this game are fun. After playing Forza for 28 hours, the driving doesn't feel phenomenal, but again, that's not what you're in this game to do, so it's not the end of the
Yeah.
world. There's only like 3 driving sections, I think, but they're still very entertaining. all the side characters in this game I loved. M is fantastic. Moneypenny is great. Greenway is phenomenal. He's kind of like the older spy that doesn't like how James Bond is doing things, because he's 9 times out of 10 you're going against what you're told to do and just going off your own instinct, but it works. They're like, that's not, it's like, you were told to do this, so you should probably do this. He's like, but I was right though. I'm trying to think of even the villains in this, voice acting wise. The cast from top to bottom is so good. Everyone plays their part so well. Like, everyone did great. There's one section in one of the chapters that I felt was a bit weird, because you're cornered by all these men at the end. Your car's flipped over after they've shot an RPG at you to try and get you. And you're sitting there, and it doesn't tell you to stay where you're at. You're just fighting guys off like you have been. And at one point, I ran out of ammo. And once you run out of ammo, you're supposed to stay there. But it doesn't tell you that, which I thought was odd. So I ran out of ammo. I was like, well, I guess I'm just charging in and fighting these guys. And I get to a certain point and just died. Didn't get shot. I just fell over dead. I was like, okay. I was like, so am I just supposed to stand still? What? But
and you played this game on a base PS5, correct?
yes, base PS5. I only had a couple, actually 2 that I can think of, very small bugs. I had, surprisingly, with as many explosions that are in this game, no like performance or frame drop issues, which is pretty impressive.
Because I remember that being a thing that was kind of criticized when we first got to see the gameplay for this game, was like when that big like action set piece on that plane was going down, like it looked a little frame rate droppage. It looked like a lot was going on the screen that you had to question a little bit. I'm like, how, like on a base PS5, how is this gonna look in the end?
Yeah,
and it's looking like it's working out. A lot of great reviews are going out about this one.
Yeah, it worked phenomenally. My only 2 real bugs was like one enemy I defeated, and instead of him like falling to the ground, he like froze in like a half sit down position. But then once the area was cleared, he disappeared, and then I was running from someone, and it like duplicated me for like half a second, and then just caught back up to where I was. But other than that, yeah, this game ran flawlessly.
That's great. Looks like a lot of people are also resonating with this one. On 1.5 million units in its first 24 hours is that's a great feat. That's right crazy.
There. I was not expecting that from this game, but I'm super excited. Yeah. I'm excited for the sequel. They confirm it at the end that they are going to do another one, so I'm super excited to see what they do with this. IO and Amazon knocked this out of the fucking park. I'm stoked. This is another. I feel like I've said this about damn near every game I've played this year, aside from Mouse PI, but this is another very easy game of the year contender for me. I think this sits at a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5, alright, 9.5 out of 10.
But, yeah, loved this game. Highly recommend. It plays like Uncharted and Hitman put together.
Alright, well, what would you say is not the reason, like, what's avoiding the 10?
Lenny Kravitz's performance a little bit kind of sticks out to me.
Damn, Lenny.
Yeah. And then
Lenny.
There were a couple things. I don't know if it was me or if it was the game, where a couple spots where the gunplay felt a little jumpy. And it was, oddly enough, in situations where I wasn't moving instead of when I was running around. It oddly feels smoother and so much better to play this game at a breakneck speed as far as gunplay and combat goes, if you're not trying to stealth past anything. If you're using guns or just hand-to-hand combat, it feels better and flows better at a faster pace than you would expect. They also teach you a lot very quickly in the beginning. So trying to just kind of get into the swing of things. It's a lot. I think I've probably around chapter 7 I finally felt fully comfortable with everything. uh, and it's not that it does a bad job. It's just that it does it all at once, it feels like, and it's in that montage, so you don't get a whole lot of time in your learning. But those are my only like small critiques for this game.
Okay. Before we move on to the next part, is there any final thoughts you have, or anything else you want to talk about 007 First Light?
Not that I can think of. Did you watch the clip that I sent you of Andy playing this for the puzzle?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
so
funny.
I came to that same puzzle and did the same thing Andy did. I was like, I'm
crazy.
I'm gonna just hit buttons and see what I need to do. And I hit 3 and this door opened. I'm like, does this just open however? Or did I just magically guess this on the first try? Because I didn't look around the room or anything. I'm like, this one. I'm like, do I have to hit it in? Do I have to get all 6? Pretty much. There was zero rhyme or reason to why I clicked those 3.
So funny.
I was like, okay, is this an order for 6? Is it gonna reset when I get one wrong? I was like, I'm just gonna hit shit, see what happens, and then I'll look around the room.
Because I saw that clip and I'm like, wait, does he know something, or did he pull that shit out of his ass? And you see the clip, like, oh, he just pulled that shit out of his ass.
Yeah, I had the exact same reaction that he did when I did it. I was like,
so
wait,
funny.
what? I was like, did I just get this without even looking for clues?
That's awesome. Alright. Well, that was our 007 First Light review.
Yes.
Portion of the show.
So we got a few stories to cover before we get into the Summer Game Fest predictions. We were just going to do predictions, but the last 2 weeks have been surprisingly filled with a lot of news that wasn't Summer Games Fest. I feel like this is maybe I've been out of the loop and haven't been paying attention, but this feels like the quietest focused Summer Games Fest news cycle. Like, I feel like I'm not hearing a lot of news about it or any rumors of what any showcase is gonna have. Maybe that's just me.
It's kind of crazy.
But I was writing down our
that.
predictions. I'm like, I don't think I've heard any rumors. I'm like, I'm just going completely off of what I can think of that we haven't seen in what feels like forever.
See, what the problem is like, I feel like there's just so much misinformation nowadays.
There's that too.
It's just like, okay, is this a rumor, or are we just like saying shit? You know what I mean? Like, I've seen like a bunch of rumors, but like a lot that I don't believe. Like, I don't believe you. I don't think that's real. Like, here's this leak. Like, today I saw a leak thing about Persona 6.
I saw that too, and I looked into it. I'm like, this doesn't seem worth talking about.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
All I know is Persona 5 is doing a collab with COD Mobile. That's all I know.
What a weird. All right.
It's a weird one. It's all that shit on Blue Sky, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
All right, everyone's got to get their bag. All right.
Yeah. Let's jump into our 3 news stories for the week. First one, the long-rumored and long-awaited new DLC for Witcher 3, of all games, got announced yesterday. Was it yesterday they announced this? Yes, May 27th.
Yeah, it was yesterday, really early in the morning.
Yeah.
I think they went by their time.
Yeah, I think it was like 4:30 in the morning our time.
Yeah.
When this got put out.
I wake up from work for 5 and it was like jets breaking. I'm just like, that's insane. Let's go.
All right, this is over on CD Projekt Red's website, just a blog post. It doesn't say who wrote this, but it says, CD Projekt Red today announced a 3rd expansion to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, one of the most critically acclaimed best-selling role-playing games of all time, is coming next year. Songs of the Past is a 3rd expansion coming to Witcher 3, and it'll launch in 2027 on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. It says CD Projekt Red is co-developing Songs of the Past with Fool's Theory. Songs of the Past will return players to the role of legendary monster slayer Geralt of Rivia for a brand new adventure when it launches in 2027 on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. reiterates it's being co-developed with Fool's Theory. And says more details on Songs of the Past will be released in late summer of 2026. I think we did end up getting an actual date on that. I believe
Keely ended up saying Gamescom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So that will be at Gamescom. And then it says The Witcher 3 has sold more than 60 million copies since its release in 2015, which I think I sent you something today where they posted that they're at 65 million now. Is that right?
I'm looking at the tweet. Yeah, it is. In total, it is 65 million copies sold, which is insane.
That's wild. That's a crazy amount for any game. I don't care how long it's been out. That's wild.
Yeah. It's been out 11, only 11 years too. Honest, that's not that long for 65 million copies.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. The only other thing I can think of that's sold that many. Actually, GTA, the only two is GTA and Minecraft are the only things that I can think of that are well over that. Obviously, Wii Sports, but that kind of came with the Wii, so depending on how you want to count that. But yeah, this is great news for Witcher fans. Do you play The Witcher? Have you played The Witcher?
My only experience with The Witcher 3 was, I remember it was probably 2017, 2016, I think, playing. I think I played the first 5-6 hours, but then my Xbox One deleted my save. And I'm like, I ain't going back to that. And it turned out to be one of the greatest games of all time, and I'm just like, God damn it.
So with does this make you interested in trying and going back?
This does make me interested for sure. I don't know when we're gonna put this in the calendar, but because there's a lot of open world games this year. I don't know if you know about this whole game called GTA 6.
I mean, to be fair, you could just punt it to next year and play it leading up to the launch of the DLC.
Yeah, we don't even have to try it this year, but I do want to try out The Witcher 3 eventually for sure. How about you?
I think I'm in your same boat. I have not played The Witcher for zero time ever at all. Them putting out DLC 12 years later makes me feel like I should at least try this game.
Yeah.
And then I will go from there on if I want to buy the expansions. Because I know they released separate DLC that was free, but this, Blood and Wine, and I can't remember what the other one. Yeah,
I forget what
those
the
all cost money. So
okay,
I will.
I do have complete editions, I think.
That's true too. I could do that for the older expansions. I'm sure this game is not expensive 12 years later. I can't imagine I would be paying $60 for this game in the year 2027 or probably even 2026. If they wanted to go on Game Pass or PlayStation Plus beforehand to maybe convince me, that'd be great.
That'd be a good call for them to do that.
But will that happen? Who knows? But I will. Oh, it's on sale right now for $10. How long is it on sale for?
If it's on sale right now, I'll probably pick it up.
Oh, it's on sale until June 11th, so we got time, which is good because I don't have money for it right now. Oh, that's the complete edition as well, by the way.
Yeah, okay, that's on PlayStation.
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at PC. I'll wishlist it for now because it's $50, but you know how Steam is. They put shit on sale all the fucking time.
Summer sale's right around the corner, man.
Yeah, true. They'll probably put it on sale for that. It's also interesting they're in collaboration with Fool's Theory, which I'm pretty sure they're the ones that are also working on the Witcher 1 remake I think it's a remake.
Okay.
They're working on
the
original Witcher. So these upcoming years for CD Projekt Red might be insane. We might be getting the DLC this year. Witcher 4, who knows? I'm thinking that could be a 2028 title. It could.
It could be. It depends on how much time and manpower is shifted off of The Witcher 4 and onto this, or I don't know how big CD Projekt Red is. I imagine they're massive considering they're working on this, The Witcher 4, The Witcher 1 remake, Cyberpunk 2, and a brand new IP right now. So, on top of Season 2 of Cyberpunk Edgerunners. So they're doing a lot. But yeah, I do believe I would have originally thought before this announcement yesterday that Witcher 4's probably would have been holiday of next year. With this, I think this sets it back at least a year. You're probably looking at 2028,
That's
unless
what I'm thinking as well.
unless they want to put out that remake first. Then you could be looking at 2029,
Yeah.
which then puts Cyberpunk 2, sadly for me, in the 2030s.
Yeah. Probably.
It's
Who
rough.
knows? We could get another expansion.
We could get another expansion.
wait.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that.
Yeah.
Any excuse for me to jump back into Cyberpunk, I would love. All right. From good news to, unfortunately, bad news. This is over on Polygon, written by Patricia Hernandez. If you did not see, this was published. Oh, this was also yesterday. Good lord.
This was all yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was insane.
Yeah. So if you did not see, Valve has increased the price of both Steam Decks. It says, if you want a Steam Deck and you don't have one already, get ready to pay top dollar for Valve's portable PC. On Wednesday, the PC platform and hardware maker revealed that the original Steam Deck has gotten a massive price hike, an increase of $240 to $300 depending on the model. On the lower end, the 512 gig OLED Steam Deck is going from $549 to $789, and then the 1 terabyte is going from $649 to $949. The original 256 gig LED Steam Deck, which has been out of stock for months due to RAM shortages, is no longer listed as available for purchase, so it looks like they've discontinued those. Both current Steam Deck models are currently up for sale with these new price tags and are estimated to ship within 3 to 5 business days. Valve also sells certified refurbished models of the Steam Deck with prices ranging from $279 to $759. Valve is the latest company to announce a price increase for its product. Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft has all hiked up prices for their respective consoles, and in some cases more than once in recent years. Publishers have tried to offset these increased costs through new measures and initiatives. Nintendo's digital games are slightly cheaper than its physical counterparts. Xbox recently announced that its flagship subscription service would cost less going forward, and Sony has been testing dynamic pricing that offers games at a discount. Unlike its competitors, Valve has Steam, a platform that has amassed an incredible amount of goodwill. The new prices are a major increase, but not only do PC games tend to be cheaper, there are constant seasonal sales. Valve also does not charge for its multiplayer, nor does it offer a subscription service for games. Steam games also do well across a wide range of prices, meaning that the budget conscious consumers have plenty of options on the platform, unlike PS5 or Switch 2. A Steam Deck is also more ancillary product for
Sure.
a different platform. Yet the success of products like the Steam controller through the success of products like the Steam controller, the company has proven that it can sell products at luxury prices, provided the quality is there. At the same time, the Steam Deck and its OLED upgrade are several years old at this point, with prices raising across the gaming world. Wallets everywhere are hurting. Valve is yet to announce the price of its upcoming Steam machine hardware, but if the prices of its less powerful portable are any indication, it wouldn't be surprising if we're looking at $1,000 or more.
When you just pay attention,
this isn't great.
Yeah, when you just pay attention to the games coming out right now, things are looking great.
Yeah.
When you look at the industry, actually,
we're in rough shape. We're in rough shape over here.
Rough shape right now. The Steam Deck, which in my opinion was like it was an entry point for PC gaming, in my opinion. I thought it was like I've had people that weren't really interested in PC gaming, interested in end up getting a Steam Deck, and that was like their way.
Mm-hmm.
But a Steam Deck, a handheld portable for $789 to $950,
that's crazy.
Man, things are rough.
They're not
rough out here.
They're not great. Part of me is wondering, and maybe slight copium, that they are, not that I'm probably going to get it anyway, but more for the people who want it, that they are doing these price increases to keep the Steam machine at what I expect to be $9.99 at least for a
We
base.
hope.
Right. Because that's what Nintendo did, and that's what PlayStation did first, is they increased the prices of the older systems. So hopefully that's what they're doing, instead of trying to put the Steam machine out at $1,500. Maybe, possibly. Because that's still supposed to come out this year, but we still don't know when. They originally said first half of this year. We're at the end of May.
Yes. Everything's fucked up for Steam in the way they wanted to release this console. Like, the entire RAMs and tariffs and all that has completely fucked up with their plan. Granted, Steam is not a console manufacturer first. They're a storefront first. So
right.
They're not in a big rush to put these out there.
Yeah. They're not.
But the people that are console first, ergo Xbox and PlayStation, one of these guys are gonna have to release a price for, like, who's gonna release this price first? Like Project Helix, the Steam machine, or eventually PS6. Like, would announce their price first. But, like,
I'd have to imagine Steam machine gets their price first, right? Because that's the first one out. We assume
it should be,
because it's supposed to be out this year. Helix won't be out till next year. I assume we're not getting PS6 till at earliest 2028. But
later
I'd wait.
The better, in my opinion.
I'd wait even longer.
Later the better.
I'd see if you can punt that shit to 2030.
Yeah.
Because not to be mean to PlayStation, it's not like your first parties have done a whole lot on this console. You've just had them all reset because you canceled all their games. So you may as well just ride this out.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 owners are still feeling not as fully sad like a generation ago, where we were getting all these amazing games.
Yeah, like, I'm playing a lot of games on my PlayStation, but there are a lot of third-party games, which isn't a bad thing by any means. But, like, I can play third-party games anywhere.
And then you have the big problem with Xbox, where they're trying to find their identity again. Are they going to go back to exclusivity? Because let's be honest, there's 90 million PlayStations out there, and what are there, like, the Xbox consoles? How many of those 30 to 40 million people are going to buy Project Helix? And let's say not even like 1 out of every 4, which is generous. That's only 10 million consoles, and you're not going to be able to sustain the company on that.
So
that
you're not wrong. There are 2 saving graces right now for, well, I guess 3. I will count right now for Xbox. They are doing, even though it is a lot of small shit, they're doing a lot of small shit to get back a lot of goodwill right now. All of their exclusives are still, even if they go back to full exclusivity after this year, because I don't think you take away Forza, Gears, Halo, and Fable from PlayStation this year. If you do, that's dumb. I think you use it as a marketing opportunity, because your console is going to be out at least 1 year earlier than the PS6. So you use these 4 games as marketing. You go back to exclusivity, at least console exclusivity on Xbox. And PlayStation has stepped on more minds than anything in this generation. And there are people who are not happy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure. You don't have to pay for Xbox Live to play online, do you? It's just Game Pass, and that's optional. I'm not 100% sure. Is that correct?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. I think it also depends on the game. Because I know for PlayStation, Fortnite, you don't need PS Plus to play, which I think that's like an underrated thing about Fortnite, is you don't need PS Plus. So I'm assuming that's the same for Xbox.
Okay, so this says you can play online multiplayer games for free only for free-to-play games. So same thing for what it's been for PlayStation. Free-to-play games are free online. So maybe you get rid of that. You keep Game Pass as a subscription service, but you get rid of... Someone has to get rid of required subscription to play online. It is 2026. What are we doing?
That's the next big hurdle for these consoles. I I don't see that leaving anytime soon.
Yeah.
Especially when you see reports months ago where it's saying PlayStation is trying to get more money out of its players.
Yeah, they just had their price increase by
raised the
like
price
$1.
on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
So I don't think I feel like they kind of need PS Plus to so we can keep Bungie. You know what I mean?
Poor Bungie. I don't want to talk about it.
Bungie.
I feel like Nintendo gets away with it because theirs is so cheap. Because theirs if you're doing a single plan for a year, it's $30. That's fine. I don't mind that. I'm paying $20 a month for PlayStation Plus. So yeah, I'll pay $30 a year for Nintendo. Or if you have friends who have a Switch and you all want to play online, it's $60 a year for a family plan. And I think you can have up to like 6 people on that thing. So you can pay $10 a year if you really wanted to. Nintendo doesn't really care how you do it. They seem super laid back, I guess, for lack of a better term, on how you use that family pass.
And as time goes on with these price hikes, everyone overreacted to a #lower the price Nintendo Switch 2, but $500 console is what we all kind of want right now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, like where we're heading, 500, like that's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like where we're heading.
Yeah, AJ was talking this morning about selling his PS5. I'm like, you can make bank off that because they just increased their prices again. He's like, wait, what?
It's appreciating with value. I know.
He's like, I feel like I can get 200. I'm like, you can get more if you really wanted to, but
yeah, I just hope they support these current consoles for as long as they possibly can because the consumer doesn't want to pay for a new console right now. They want where people are gaming right now is probably where they're going to be gaming for the next 4 to 5 years. So yeah. I think right now it's probably the perfect time to just buckle down and make some fucking games for the PS5, Xbox Series X. Like the PS6 will have its time. It's just it's a shitty situation right now where we're at.
Yeah, you're in a weird spot because like for an upgrade right now, what do you add? Like games can't look much better. They can't run much better than they're already running with the hardware that we have. Like, what else is there to do? Like, with Project Helix, at least you have the PC component, so that is a huge factor for people. But for the next PlayStation, other than it running faster and looking a little bit better, what are your selling points on this console? What is going to make me want to pay probably $700 for a new box?
At least, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think any of the 3 companies right now, well, maybe Nintendo could go balls out with new hardware, not that they ever do that, but they could catch up to Xbox and PlayStation, which right now they're caught up enough because they're getting way more third-party support. We just saw with the Modern Warfare 4 announcement earlier today, that's launching day and date on Switch 2. So, like, they're caught up enough. They could obviously be caught up more, but they're caught up enough to where it's not hurting them.
Yeah, out of the three console manufacturers, Nintendo's like they're just biding their time. Like, yeah, they're hurting too, but like I think they're set up for the long run. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, Nintendo has a weird console release. They don't like follow the same patterns that Microsoft and Sony tend to follow. They just kind of, whenever they feel like it's time for them to put out a new console, they put out a new console.
Yeah.
But, right, enough into that rabbit hole. We could probably rant on that forever.
Yeah, we could.
But last story before we get to our predictions. A good story is over on Kotaku.
Woo!
This is a closing story on our Subnautica 2 journey that we have taken over these last, I want to say, 4 months. This is written by Ethan Gatch over at Kotaku. It says Subnautica 2 was made by Unknown Worlds, and Unknown Worlds was purchased by Krafton, who promised the studio founders a massive payout, up to $250 if it posted record revenues.
$250 million. You said $250.
Oh, my fault. Yes, $250 million.
There we go.
if it posted record revenues. There was a whole lawsuit over the publisher trying to get out of the Wild Promise. Not only did Crafton lose that lawsuit, but it now appears to be losing on the numbers front as well, as Subnautica 2 performs gangbusters on Steam for its first month in early access. I don't even think it's been a month. Hasn't it only been a week? This game's been out a week, maybe two.
14, so 2 weeks.
Yeah, and there at last we saw 5 million, and that was within the first 3 days, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're shoo. How the agreement works is Crafton agreed to pay $3.12 to Unknown Worlds co-founders for every $1 of revenue every time the studio's revenue topped 70 million in the single month. That would trigger a $218 million payout for the first month, with the total bonus capped at $250 million, according to a new report by the Korean Economic Daily via IGN. Crafton is on track to have to pay that out, which would amount to 35% of his 2025 operating, or 35% of its 2025 operating profit. Subnautica 2 has already sold 4 million copies since it came out on Steam May 14th at $30. At $30 a copy, subtracting Valve's 30% from the platform fee, it's around $85 million in potential revenue for this month alone. That does not include sales of the existing games, which are no doubt getting a bit of attention to boost as well at the moment. Subnautica 2 is also currently available on Xbox Series consoles, where it's part of its ongoing Game Pass deal. Excuse me. So why did Crafton make such a dumb deal to begin with? Did the publisher simply think Unknown Worlds would never hit those outlandish monthly metrics, or was it just desperate to lock up a US-based studio and hit PC gaming IP with the most post-pandemic studio acquisition race? Remember, Unknown Worlds was purchased for an upfront price of $50 million in 2021, when investment was flooding from China and Sony and Microsoft. Hold on, let me reread that sentence. Unknown Worlds was purchased for an upfront price of $50 million in 2021, when investment was flooding in from China, and Sony and Microsoft were snatching up studios left and right. The publisher almost got out of the $250 million payout last summer when it delayed the launch of Subnautica 2 and fired the studio's co-founders for not doing their jobs. Crafton's CEO even asked ChatGPT for help with the agreement, a fact that came back to bite him when it came up during a trial over a breach of contract. A judge ruled in favor of the studio's co-founders earlier this year, though the court will still decide exactly how much it gets paid out under these new conditions. At least Crafton has one of 2026's biggest PC games on its hands. Hell yeah. Good for the studio. Fuck Crafton. That's what your dumbass gets.
What are they thinking, man? Like, when you play stupid games, win stupid prizes, man.
If I am a businessman, the last thing I'm asking to write up a contract is ChatGPT or any AI chatbot for that matter. That's fucking hilarious to me.
250 million is an insane amount. You just gave these guys generational wealth because you listened to a fucking learning language model or whatever the fuck. ChatGPT, man. Well, like, what the fuck are you...
Well, no, so he asked... Sorry, let me correct myself. He didn't ask ChatGPT to write up that proposal. He asked ChatGPT how to get out of it.
Yeah,
so that's... Yeah, which is even worse. Which is... Jack, stop it. Which is ended up being where the delay came from. But... Yeah, super stoked for that team. They deserve it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And deserved.
Yeah, I do have this downloaded on Game Pass. I have not checked it out yet because I've just been head down in Forza and 007. So now that I'm done with at least one of those, I will most likely be checking out Subnautica. My buddies that I play Forza with also run in Subnautica, so
nice.
We'll be checking that out. Super excited to see what the hype behind this one is about. Maybe I'll end up getting it on PS5 whenever it launches out of early access. But yeah, good for the team. fuck crafting. Like you said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I hope this money does great things for everyone working in the studio. And yeah, just good news all around.
Love to see it. Fuck CEOs. Let the artists create.
Fuck
They
bad
deserve money.
CEOs. There
Fuck
are
bad
some
CEOs,
good
yeah.
ones out there, but
Of
yes.
course.
But all right, now we move on to arguably most important part, or the biggest part of the episode, our
This is the most
predictions
interesting part, yeah.
for next week. We have 3 showcases between Sony, Keeley, and Microsoft. I've got between 3 and 5 for each showcase. Do we want to
Yeah.
go one showcase at a time? Or
I think that's what we should do, yeah.
okay. Figure we'll probably just go in order that they are
Yeah.
presenting. So State of Play, obviously, Tuesday, June 2nd. Yes. So next
Yeah, that's
Tuesday,
right.
June 2nd at 5 p.m. We will be live reacting to that, probably on a slight delay. Well, we'll actually be live reacting to all of these. The Summer Games Fest one, the Keeley one specifically, will get figured out. But I want to try and react to that one live if possible, like as it's happening. The State of Play will be on a delay, and then a slight delay, like 10-15 minutes maybe. And the Xbox one, I believe, is over the weekend, so that...
It's on a Sunday, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't have any scheduling conflicts, hopefully, for either of us next weekend. We will see as we get there. But yes, we will be live reacting to all 3. So be sure to kind of keep your eye out. Make sure you have notifications on. That way it will tell you when we go live next week. But with that, you want to go ahead and start us off with your first State of Play prediction?
Ooh, okay. I'll start out with the new game first. I was debating between this one and Summer Game Fest and State of Play, but I think it's about time this one gets shown. I think it had like 20 million, at least 20 million copies sold.
Mm-hmm.
But Hogwarts Legacy 2 is shown at the State of Play. It's gonna be 2027 release date, and we'll be getting it'll be showing new gameplay gimmicks, which I didn't play the first one, but I know a lot of people have requested Quidditch, and we will be seeing Quidditch gameplay in Hogwarts Legacy 2, and that's like a big gimmick.
So here's my only counter argument to Quidditch. They put out a whole ass Quidditch game, and no one played it.
Yeah.
So maybe it as a side thing would be fine. I also have Hogwarts Legacy 2. I have it at Keeley Showcase instead of PlayStation. I think now that you bring this up, I think it was announced at a State of Play originally.
I think that's why I ended up going.
That might make more sense, but yeah, I'm in your same boat. It's been like 4 years since the first one, and we know they've been working on the second.
40 million copies came out 2023, so about 3
years, 4 years next year.
4 years Harry Potter's back in a big way. HBO's having the reboot coming at the end of the year.
Show comes at the end of the year.
Like, it's about and that, I mean, Hogwarts Legacy 2, like they're putting a lot behind this one. They're gonna want to get this one out the door.
Yes.
I think State of Play might be the one for this one.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah. I've also, like I said, I've got this. I just have it at Keeley. I also have it for next year. I put summer of 2027. I think that's about the same time the first one came out, was around summertime. But yeah, everything you said, 100%, I'm with you. It is time. We will see gameplay for sure. The Quidditch thing is the only one I'm a little iffy on, just because they put out the Quidditch game, I want to say a year after Hogwarts Legacy came out, and everyone was complaining that there wasn't Quidditch. And then I feel like the hype down for it pretty fast. I played it for about a week and ended up just not hopping back into it. It was fine. Nothing crazy. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was a fine time.
But I was trying to think what would be the new thing for this game, because like you're not going to different schools.
That's true.
Like, it's Hogwarts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know Quidditch was like a big complaint it didn't have because they were pushing that live service Quidditch game that is now dead. So I don't know. Maybe they throw it in this one.
That's fair. Yeah.
What you got for your first one?
So I'm not gonna lie, my state of play predictions are probably my weakest predictions because I feel like Sony is in such a weird place right now.
Absolutely.
They are like every team had to essentially restart what they were working on with that multiplayer push, and then all but what 3 games getting canceled.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to predict. I'm just gonna go kind of in order of how I have these. It's not a game prediction per se, like a specific game, but I think, or this is more what they need to do, but my hopeful prediction is we will get a heavy focus on first party single player games in this state of play. Like, we know we're opening with Wolverine. We're going to get a deep dive into that. We know Santa Monica and Cory Barlog are working on something that's got to be ready to be shown by now. I would also assume that it's probably a single player game. Days Gone team, I'd imagine you've had them working on something this entire time. You're not just going to have this...
They had something die like a year or 2 ago.
Oh, that's right. But
so maybe,
they need a heavy focus on single player first party games, just because of how badly this generation has gone. I don't know who that entails. Insomniac is insane. Maybe they've got another game up their sleeve. Maybe we close with Venom, Spider-Man 3. We could see it. They did it at the showcase where they opened with Spider-Man 2 and in the middle had Miles Morales, or vice versa. I don't think we see Intergalactic here. I think it's too soon.
I don't think we see it either. I think that's like a fall. I think that's fall or Game Awards, low key.
Yeah, I'm with you. If we see it this year, I think it's a Game Awards. I don't even think we see it this year, though. I don't think we see it again until what we assume would be February-ish state of play.
Potentially, yeah. I can see it.
Who else?
I don't. Yeah. My predictions. I have no Intergalactic show. I mean, it's not a prediction, but I'm in agree. Like, my mindset's in agreement with you. I don't think Intergalactic will be here. I don't think Cory Barlog's gonna be here either. Like, I don't.
He's got.
I think there's time.
We've been talking about this game for so long. It has to show up eventually. What are we doing?
I think we're getting a lot of. I think we're getting a lot of more third-party stuff. Like, I don't think PlayStation I think PlayStation will be the con of the weekend, low key. Like, I think Xbox and Summer Game Fest are gonna fucking kill it, as we'll get into predictions of those later. But I think PlayStation, we're gonna be like, yeah, man, I think that's the seat's getting a little hot right now.
I agree. The seat is most definitely hot. This might be copium. It's probably just because they bought the movie theater, but them putting this in theaters.
It's 100%
skyrockets my expectations for this state of play. Like, on top of it just being the Summer Game Fest week 1, it's already high, but you're putting it in theaters. Other than Wolverine, you have to be showing us something. What is it?
I agree. I just don't know who will.
Yeah, what is your next one?
Alright, well, there is one a first party studio I think will show up here. Media Molecule. I love Media Molecule. Little Big Planet devs, Dreams.
I haven't seen that.
Was their most recent time?
Yeah.
It's been a while since that one. I wish Dreams made it on PC and never happened. It was fun for the amount of time I played it. I think Media Molecule is finally back with a new game, and it's a new IP. It's not going to be Little Big Planet, as some people might be predicting, but it will be some delightful game. I know there was a rumor that came out actually yesterday about them some sort of open world thing.
Ooh.
I think it'll be some delightful game, and it releases this fall.
I would love that. I love everything Media Molecule does is fantastic. I really enjoyed Dreams. I'm not the creative person, but I love going around and playing other people's creations. Little Big Planet, Dreams, so good. Media Molecule, I don't think it's done anything since Dreams, so that's been... What was that? Was that even a PS5 launch, or was that... Okay, so it was around launch of PS5. So I can most definitely see that. I really hope for that. That would play into my last prediction for the
It came
focus
out.
on first party.
It came out in February. It came out Valentine's Day 2020. Like this was before
So that
the
was before
pandemic
PS.
started.
So that's before the
This
PS5,
is
I
a
think.
PS4
That's what I
title.
thought. Okay, yeah. So they haven't put anything on this gen.
And how is the studio still alive? So they gotta have something
They've-
in the chamber, man. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, I hope so. I hope you're right. I would
I
love
hope
that.
so. Yeah, because they had like a 2 hour like campaign thing for Dreams where it was like them showcasing all the different like ways you could make a game or whatever, and like they had so many different gaming styles in that 2 hours, and it was like I'm like just give me a full fucking game. Like I know you guys can cook.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, Media Molecule new game.
I'm going to, with my second prediction, completely contradict my first one, but only because they have to get this game out. We see Fair Games or Break In, whatever it is called now. They are sending this out to die. This comes out in November, within a week of GTA.
No, I can see it.
I don't.
There's like two.
Somehow,
two thoughts I have with this.
how this game has made it this far without getting canceled, and all of the other how multiplayer Spider-Man got canceled, but Fair Games is still alive is beyond me, and really frustrates the hell out of me. But
Is this the one that they're struggling to find the fun with this? Is this the one that
they've done that.
There's a multiplayer
It's lost
game.
its director. There has been no good news about this game, but they have yet to cancel it.
There's two thoughts I have with one. It's either you're 100% spot on, or this is getting shadow dropped the day of the state of play. I don't see it in between.
Yeah, 100%. I think you're absolutely right. This is going to come out at, I think, a $40 price point. This is not going to be free to play.
Oh.
And it will outlast Concord, but only because it has to. This game does not make it out of 2027.
No.
No.
Oh no.
I hate having a negative prediction, but they're sitting on this game. They have yet to cancel it for some weird fucking reason. So at this point, I'm convinced they're just getting it out to get it out and have no faith in it. Or they somehow have faith that this is going to be the best live service game that they've put out in the last 3 years, even though Concord, Marathon, your Horizon game that's coming out later this year will all be, well, maybe not Concord, be more successful than what Fair Games or Break-In, whatever it's called now, I think is going to be.
Break-In better not be the new name. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think Break-In is the most generic video game on a TV show ass title I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Just Fair Games is a fine name. It's just dead. Just admit it's dead.
Yeah, just tell us it's canceled.
Tell us it's canceled and we get it. Fuck, man. You're probably right. If November would just be so nasty.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is my that's what we're going with.
I'll do a more tame one, I guess. Saros will have a big content drop, like boss rush mode, photo mode, some new stuff to do in the game. Okay. It'll be out either today or July. Nothing like just to remind people that Saros isn't looking like the sales did hit as much as they wanted it to.
Yeah, which is true.
Them releasing more stuff for it. Like, hey, go. If you guys haven't heard about the Saros game, it's pretty good. Here's some more stuff to do in it.
Yeah.
And also, I think when you look at the release schedule for June and July, I don't think there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
so I think there's a lot of room for a stealth shop to make some noise if they wanted to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Saros doing something here makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only have one more for the state of play. This is another one that's been rumored for a long time, so I feel like it has to be real. I'm hoping it's real because I really love this series. Infamous Remake, August.
Oh my god. Just straight up, all right.
Yeah.
Infamous making a comeback in a
remastered. The ideal or my hope for this is it's the trilogy and not just the first one. But it's probably just the first one. Uh, but yeah, I would love to see the whole trilogy, remade from the ground up. I fucking loved these games on PS3 and PS4. Cole and Delson are some of my favorite characters in PlayStation. I have like a mock-up idea of what I want to do for a gaming sleeve eventually, and both of them are on there. So,
oh yeah,
huge connection to this game. Big fan of it. Would love to go back and play them. I don't think I've replayed them since they've been out. But I also don't have a way to replay the first two. I don't think you can play them on a PS5. But yeah, we've been hearing about this for, I want to say, a couple years now. Because I think...
You hear about it every now and then, yeah.
I think we had real big rumblings of it last year. And everyone expected it to be announced, and nothing ever happened. The rumors are picking back up again, whether that's everyone just being hopeful or, like, them actually working on this. Who knows? I'm hoping they're actually working on this. Has there been anything saying who is rumored to be working on this? Because we don't think it's Sucker Punch, right? And you got rid of Blue Point, which was your remake team. So, I don't know who would be making this. Maybe it's Sucker Punch.
Maybe it's just some smaller remaster studio. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because are we talking? Are we saying a remake or just remaster for the PS5?
Remake.
Straight up remake.
Straight up remake. Okay. Yeah, ground up remake. I feel like if it was a remaster, I feel like it would have been out already. If there's truth to the rumors. But yeah, I think this is a full ground up remake. Maybe you keep the design for Cole consistent in this remake because they changed him a lot between the first two, and I think the voice actor changed as well, which did not sit right with a lot of people. I didn't mind it as much, but I was like 14, so I didn't really care. But maybe they would do that. I would doubt if they're doing a full remake, they're going to cast two different people for Cole. But no. Yeah. But yeah, that is...
As someone who's... I've never tried Infamous, so if they
never
some
played
sort of
Infamous?
way to play it... Nah,
that's
the
crazy.
PS3 era just went over me. Like, I was a 360 kid at best, but I was playing mostly sports games.
Man.
So... I'm if they announce some sort of Infamous is back in a big way, like, I'm down. Like, I'm interested to try it out.
That's the first, like, decision-based game I made, where there's, like, the karma that influences whether you're good or bad. And I thought just, like, if you played it evil as the villain, people yelling at you down the streets or throwing rocks and cans at you was, like, the coolest shit ever when I was a kid.
Cool.
But yeah, I love... And the different powers you get, whether you go the good route or the evil route. And I'm surprised they don't do more in this universe, especially after Second Son. Because it's... You essentially contradicted kind of the ending of the second one, depending on which ending you chose. Because you either get rid of all the superpowered people, or they're all, like, outlawed, I think, if I'm remembering the other ending correctly. It's been so long since I've played Infamous 2, I don't fully remember. So when they came out with Second Son, I was super shocked, because there was supposed to be, like, no other people with superpowers. And in Second Son, they introduced, like, 4 different people with superpowers. And you got, like, the First Light small spin-off game that they did for... I can't remember that character's name. But for that character, and then they just never did anything else with that world. And I feel like there's so much that they can do. Whether it... I'd imagine Sucker Punch is probably done with Infamous, but you can give it to someone. Like, with how popular superheroes are, it is astonishing to me that Infamous is not a bigger IP in PlayStation's Rolodex. Like, you could even give it to... Insomniac, I think, would make great Infamous games. But obviously, they've got the Marvel stuff, so you don't want to oversaturate them with superhero stuff. But you can give it to...
That's the tough part.
You can give it to someone. And I think having your own original superhero would be huge. So
I agree, dude. Especially in an era where we have like our Invincibles and the Boys out there, where different takes of superheroes, like they still prosper pretty well. So I'd be interested if someone revisited it, for sure. All right, the last one I have written down here. I'm down to talk about any other potential titles that could show up. I have Kina, Scars of Cosmora will have another trailer that shows off some sort of new mechanic. Which mechanic is that? I do not know. But it will have a fall release date. We'll go specific of October 23rd.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was good. I totally forgot we got the announcement of that. Whenever that was that Game Awards, I think, where we saw that?
I thought it was the last day to play, which was
was it the last day to play? Maybe it was. All these showcases run together anymore. There's so many. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. I totally forgot about the second Kena Bridge of Spirits, or the second Kena game. So I'm with you. I do believe that's probably a lock.
I think it's a lock. That's a lock, yeah.
A fall release date would be... Nah, you don't put that out in October, do you? Isn't that when Wolverine's out, or is that September?
Wait, hold up. I just guessed. I put fall, but then I got weird with it. I think it's September.
If it's September, then I think October is fine.
If it's September, I'm holding with that, yeah. September 15th. Yeah, okay. I'm holding with that October.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm right there with you. 100%. I would love that. I need to go back and actually play the first Kano. I think that's probably on PS Plus. I would assume.
I played a good chunk of it, like when they just announced the sequel. I was having a good time with it. The map's a little fucked, but it's a little hard to go around the map sometimes. But the gameplay is really fun, and just the animations in the world are really great. It's just like the action. I just hope the next one, like the map, is much more wider and much more easier to navigate. That's about it.
Fair enough. I do not have Kana, and it is not on PlayStation Plus, but it is on sale currently. For
I did see
$22.
Twitter, I think that. Yeah.
So maybe we'll add that to the list with The Witcher 3. Who knows?
It's not an insanely long game.
Yeah, I was looking. It says there's a trial, but it's half an hour. I'm like, well, that's pointless.
Want to play the tutorial?
Right. Yeah, I have no other predictions for State of Play.
Me neither.
The only other thing I can see showing up here, I have on my Keeley showcase predictions. So if we want, we can jump right into those.
We can let's get into the Summer Game Fest one, and then we can, whatever's not there or whatever we don't say, we can talk about.
So one, I'm just gonna re-acknowledge because I do have 4, but we've mentioned one, Hogwarts Legacy 2. Talked about that. You think it's State of Play? I've got it here.
Yeah.
So the consensus is we see that this or next week for sure. Where we see it, who knows? Another one that I feel like could show up either at Keeley or at the State of Play, but I've got it at Keeley's, is Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. And I put February 2027 for that release date. I think the first 2 parts have came out in February, or at least the earlier parts of the year for when they released, if I'm remembering correctly. So I think they're going to stick with that same schedule. This feels like a lock for this week, whether it's at Keeley or the State of Play. Because the first part took forever. The second one did not take as long. I'd imagine this third one will take even less time. But I don't know how much of this game is left because I've never played the original. I also haven't beat part 2, so I really need to get on that.
I beat part 2. Yeah.
But yeah, I've got Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 with a February 2027 release date.
I pretty much have that same prediction, except I gave it a title just because everyone's what's the title gonna be? I gave it one. Like there's Revival. I gave it Final Fantasy VII Redemption. I don't know how the second part ends, so I don't know how to redeem it.
Right? If I've beaten the second part or knew what this game was going to be, I probably have a better guess for a title. Yeah. I'd assume it's going to start with an R.
And we know it starts with an R-E, probably.
I would love if it just came out of left field and they just picked some random ass sub name that does not start with funny. R.
Final Fantasy VII Final Fantasy VII Requiem. Let's get it.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3.
Remake Part 3, that's just the name. Reclusion. I don't know.
All right, your next one.
Yeah, I think. Shit, do I know the funny one? No, I'll do the more interesting one. We get a tease for the RE9 DLC,
Ooh.
but then they'll say that's not all, and then there'll be Code Veronica remake is slated for early next year.
God, that sounds so soon, but Capcom's just on a fucking roll, man. I could absolutely see it. They're just pumping shit out, and it's all quality. It is all quality.
100%. Yeah.
They still got
like we know the
Onimusha
DLC's
later
coming
this year
yeah,
too,
we still
right?
got Onimusha. Yeah. I didn't know where I wanted to. Yeah, I don't have that in any of my predictions because I was thinking, do I want to do like a big 3-part Capcom? But then I thought of this one. I'm like, I like this one more. Yeah. Onimusha could be anywhere though.
I would expect this more at State of Play just because of how close Capcom seems to be with PlayStation. But yeah, at Keeley's, I could also see that if they're going to announce the Code Veronica remake as well. I think this is a Keeley's. If it's just the DLC announcement, I think it's a State of Play. But regardless, I think seeing DLC is pretty much a lock for this week or next week.
I don't know if it's true, but I did hear about that PlayStation and Capcom had a more exclusivity agreement for like the promotion for Resident Evil.
That would make sense.
Until 2022. Until 2024, and then last year we heard about RE9 on Jeff's stage. So I could see it.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So I could definitely see Code Veronica remake make an appearance here.
Yeah.
But I could also see that being a fall announce instead of State of Play.
Right.
Just because you really do want to get out of RE9's way.
Yeah, and you probably don't want to bury Onimusha either, but
yeah.
Yeah, I would love for that DLC to come out. I'm ready to jump back into RE9, another contender for this year. All right, so I got two more since we already did Hogwarts. Which one do I want to do? Do I want to do the one that no one but me cares about, or the one that everyone's probably forgotten about?
I'm down for either, man. We could do all these.
All right, we're gonna go with the one that probably only I care about. We talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or if I just sent it to you in Messenger. Crazy Taxi. They put up just they put up a tweet, just a random GIF tweet with the taxi sign turning on. I want to say it was last week or 2 weeks ago. They've been talking about Sega's been talking about doing Crazy Taxi as part of their revival for these IPs for the last, I want to say, 5 years. And this is I think it shows up here. I don't know how many people outside of me care about this. I loved Crazy Taxi. I played a lot of it on Dreamcast growing up at my babysitter's house. So I really enjoyed it. I can't imagine this game is a full-priced game. If this comes out over $30, I'll be amazed. I also have this as fall of this year. I don't think you announce this if it's not out within a few months.
Here's what I wrote down. I'm like, Jeff Keighley will go on stage and do the same spiel about the return of a classic like he did with a copy of Mega Man. But it will be Crazy Taxi, and the internet will roast him for it.
Yes.
With a tear in his eye.
I stand with Jeff.
Here.
Absolutely. Classic IP.
No. I wrote that one down. Yeah, I wrote that shit down. I'm like, that's my second one I wrote down after Final Fantasy VII. Oh, fuck.
Alright, what you got next?
Okay, this one. This one I think's pretty good. Cal Kestis has somehow returned with a brand new conclusion to the trilogy of the next part of the trilogy, Star Wars Jedi Master, 2027 release date.
That'd be awesome. That would be fantastic.
I think that this would be the first. It'd be like, welcome to the show, Summer Game Fest. Here's a big world premiere, and you hear the Star Wars, the Force theme, and it's like Cal Kestis. It's like, oh fuck, new Star Wars. That'll take up all the headlines. Let's I think this game has to come sooner or later. Like,
Yeah, you're not
I think it's
wrong.
about time. Yeah.
I would love that. I love Star Wars Jedi games. I need to finish the second one. I just played the
Yeah,
first one for the first time last year.
they're great.
They are so fucking hard, but they are so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. I would love to see part 3 for this. It will get me more motivation to go back to the second one and finish it. But yeah, would not mind seeing more Star Wars. Obviously, we've got the Pod Racer later this year. So you can never, well, I mean, you probably can have too much Star Wars, but for
You can't have too
me,
much Star Wars.
you cannot have
I'm
too much
down.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
For me
I'm
personally.
so down for more Star Wars.
All right. My next one. I feel like everyone's forgotten about this game because we've only seen it once. I've mentioned it a few times on our podcast. I feel like I predict this at least once a year on any show. Judas has to be shown eventually, right? Right? We have to see this game again.
Really? Is it real? Or
It's
is it all
definitely
just
real.
a
We've
glitch in
seen
your
it.
mind?
I also think, and this might be the craziest part of this prediction, that it is fall this year.
Oh shit!
Because we saw a decent amount in the announcement, like gameplay. It wasn't just a CGI trailer, and they have just been heads down. I don't think we've seen anything else aside from the announcement trailer.
All right, I can see it. Like, okay, so we got. Let me see what the last trailer we got. What, 2 years ago? Shit. We had a story trailer about them. Who knows? Maybe we'll from the creator of BioShock.
Yeah. If it's not fall this year, I think it's early next year. They might avoid fall just because of GTA and Wolverine, but this game has to be within like the next 6 to 8 months. I think. It feels like it's time.
I feel like we've been hearing about this game for a while. Like, we haven't heard enough, but like it feels like it's always been in the ether for a while.
Yeah, like I think
Like,
it's
I don't
only been
remember what
shown,
first
I
heard
think, twice. We first saw it at Game Awards. I don't remember when. It might have been 2022 or maybe
It
23.
was 2022.
Okay.
It was. So about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's about time.
yeah. That is the last one I have because you stole my Hogwarts Legacy one. I don't know how many you got left.
I got two. One of them is like, I don't know. It's kind of going for the.
We can do both. It's
Like,
fine. We got
yeah.
nothing but time.
The one I believe in that should be here. Trailer world premiere. Trailer from the studio that brought you Dispatch. Big B Wolf in the Gang returned for Wolf Among Us Season 2. Coming out in 2027. Don't know why. Like, I feel like that game's been talked about. We know that game's been known that it was going to be made for a couple years now.
Yes. Is that the same studio that did Dispatch? I thought that was a different studio. I could have that wrong, but I didn't think that was the same studio. Am I wrong?
I think they're in collaboration with it.
Okay.
But they'll use the Dispatch name because that's marketing.
So it's developed by Telltale. Recent rumors suggest a new co-developer.
Wait, it's not even Ad Hoc's not even involved.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I didn't think it was Ad Hoc.
Yeah,
so
2023.
Ad Hoc was the original co-developer, and then they left the project.
You know, fuck it. We still hear about it here. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, we should eventually.
Once was touched by the studio that brought you Dispatch. Wolf Among Us 2 is here.
Speaking,
Ryan really loved the first one, so I could see. He'd be hyped.
I would be hyped. I loved season 1. I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed it. It's a nice take on fairy tales. Yeah, I would be stoked for a season 2. Any Telltale-esque type of game, I'm here for. Every time.
Oh yeah,
I'm playing. Doesn't matter what. It kind of matters what it is, I guess. But I didn't play arguably everyone's favorite The Walking Dead because I was so burnt out on The Walking Dead when those games came out.
Oh yeah.
That I just hadn't got around to playing them. I probably enjoy them now because I haven't watched Walking Dead in forever. But that's like I played the Guardians one. I played the Batman one. What else? Wolf Among Us. Borderlands. Played them all except Walking Dead.
Yeah, oh, the first season of Walking Dead's so good though. Uh, and the last one I have, Jeff Keighley has faced the anger of the gamers after High Guard.
Oh God.
So he has to go into his bag and pull out some favors to get this one. It'll be the last reveal of the game of the day. It's gonna be like more CG trailer. It's gonna be like the one more thing.
Okay.
FromSoft.
Ooh.
Single player game.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be pirate themed.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. That seems so
style
left
of the
field for FromSoft, but I'm here for it.
It'll be like I could see some cool fish level bosses type shit because like they haven't really tried it, but that was like I heard like someone bring up that on a random podcast, and I'm like, fuck, maybe that's an interesting setting right there. I'm piggybacking off of that.
Let's say FromSoft is currently working on that Switch 2 exclusive, right? Is that FromSoft?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we see something from them, that would be a new IP. I'd imagine that's probably years down the road that it will come out. But yeah, that'd be cool. I'm down. I'm down as fuck. That sounds like I might actually play that one. All right.
Yeah, that's all I have for it. Yeah.
To probably the most important showcase of the weekend, Xbox's showcase. Yeah. So I've got 4 things. These are all exclusives of what I have. All but one
exclusive, like console exclusives?
Console exclusives.
I don't think they're gonna use the word exclusives in this event.
I don't think they will either. But my prediction is these will not come out on PlayStation. If they do, okay. Well, one of them will. The other 3 will not. I'll just go in order that I have them written down. We'll go back and forth like we have been doing.
Yeah.
This is one that was announced. When was this announced? I want to say... Oh, actually, you know what? We got a big look at it last year, and surprisingly, no release date. I think we see it again this year. We finally get a release date. I think it's early next year. Clockwork Revolution.
Oh, okay. I have like a list of games. I definitely have that one in there for sure.
Like, I feel like we had like a 10 to 15 minute deep dive into that game last year, and then they were like, yeah, we're still working on it. It comes out eventually. I'm like, why are we showing this much if we don't have a date? So I think this year we get a new trailer. It's not going to be nearly as big of a deep dive as we saw last year. Maybe a minute to 2 minute long trailer, and it will end with a release date. I could see this being their January, February game that they like putting out. Although I assume this will probably be bigger than most of their January, February games because those seem to be kind of smaller focused. I think this will be a little bit bigger, probably on the like 15 to 20-ish hour side. Actually, maybe longer considering the deep dive we got. But I think it's time. It is time to put this game out. I'm super interested. Everything they've shown about this game has looked awesome. Yeah, Clockwork Revolution, early 2027.
Okay. I don't know if it'll be early, but I could definitely see it being 2020. Like, I could see them finally announce the release window of 2027.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems about time for the amount of stuff we saw for that game.
Yeah.
Which one do I want to take it? Fuck it, I'll take it this way. Hideo Kojima is on stage here.
You bitch.
Is this going to be a live event? Hideo will not be a Jeff's event. He will be cheating on Jeff with Asha Sharma. He will be on stage. OD's here. We finally get a full reveal about OD. And it will launch in September.
Oh, wow. Okay. You have this earlier than I do. I just put 2027. I do not think this is this year. This is not the one I have for this year. I'd be stoked, but wasn't Death Stranding 2 last year?
Yeah.
And we've seen like 30 seconds of gameplay of this, I think. From the trailer that they put out last year at, I don't remember if it was Gamescom or Tokyo Game Show, but I rewatched it on lunch today because I was making my predictions. I'm like, when was the last time we saw OD? And I was like, we got a trailer 8 months ago, and I rewatched it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about this because it was the Knock trailer.
Oh yeah, that trailer's. Yeah, that game's gonna make my skin crawl. I know it will.
I'm so excited. I love
Uh,
fucking horror.
yeah.
I saw Obsession is it is an uncomfortable type of terrifying.
Yeah, I might see that this weekend. I really want to see that one.
The only movie I've seen this year that's been better is Project Hail Mary.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, OJ, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't love the release date. That's true. But I think
Yeah.
OD's got to be here just to.
I think I think it's
people.
here for sure. I don't think it's this
Yeah.
year. If it's this year, I'm amazed. I'm stoked as hell, but I do not think that is this year.
Man,
I think
you're just
that
lucky
is.
I didn't put. You're lucky I didn't put Fizzit in my PlayStation prediction. We were that bare.
That's fair.
We were that.
That's a 2029 game minimum, or at the absolute earliest.
Whatever. It's a year or two. It's a year or two after the PS6. So that's where I'm thinking it'll be.
No, it's before PS6. Hopefully, maybe. If
I mean, it'll be on
PlayStation's
both
smart.
It'll be on both platforms, but like it's
That's
gonna
fair.
be
Yeah.
marketed as a PS6 title.
But yeah, I'm with you. I think OD is a lock. September seems wild to me, but I'm so
Yeah, it
down.
is. I don't really know how long this game will be. I think that's the whole thing of why it's fixed September.
That's fair. Does Kojima make short games?
That's a great question now that you mention it. The man with the hour cutscene. Oh fuck.
Right. Like the shortest thing he's made is PT, but that's only because it was a demo.
Yeah.
Only because it never got
I wanna
out
say-
the gate.
I think you got to go back to his catalog before Metal Gear Solid 1. Like
Yeah.
OG Metal Gear. Fuck, you know what? Now we're doubling down. Fuck it.
I mean, that's fair. I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you stole it. Yeah, I also have OD here. I just put next year. This is probably, my assumption is a fall release for next year. This is another one where I think if you're Xbox, you do not let this touch PlayStation. You absolutely, this stays on Xbox and does not go anywhere else.
Was it already announced? What, has it been announced for PlayStation?
I don't think so.
Let me check this one. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have a console on it. It just doesn't. It's on Unreal Engine 5. That's all. That's all it says on Wikipedia. Yeah.
Spelled that so wrong. Sorry, Hideo.
No, Hideo, no.
Platform expected Xbox and PC with potential for other platforms is all it says. Also, I don't think you only get Kojima with this. Let's not forget Jordan Peele is helping write this game.
Oh yeah, we can come out on stage too. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
why not? All right, my next one is one I feel like we've heard about a lot, and somehow still doesn't have a release date. And I would have bet money that it was this year, but considering the lineup they have for this year, and the fact that my next prediction I have for this year, I'm just kicking this to next year. State of Decay 3, January 2027.
Sounds right.
Yeah,
I feel that.
I can't imagine this game is that far out at this point. This is another one where everything I've seen for this looks really cool. I'm definitely going to check this out. Tell you what, man, if Xbox is smart, this is the last year for multi-platform first-party stuff. Like, I don't think you can go back on any of the stuff you've already put out for this year. You can't go back on Forza, Gears, Fable, and Halo. But I think after 2026, you have to go back to exclusivity. You have to dial it back. Or maybe you just wait.
Tough.
Or maybe you just wait to Helix to do it. But
I think that the easier break would be Helix.
the easier break would be Helix. But I think and I could be completely wrong on this. To me, the smarter move sounds like doing it next year. Especially if you're going to have State of Decay 3, Clockwork Revolution, OD. Those are two of those I think are really big. I don't think Clockwork Revolution would have like the same type of pull as an OD or maybe even a State of Decay 3 to get people over. But
Make a Clockwork Revolution. Yeah, there's no PlayStation on this one.
Yeah, this was all these games have been announced before they decided the multi-platform strategy. So
yeah, Xbox. Yeah, Xbox is publishing it.
But yeah,
Interesting.
State of Decay 3 January, and it is them going back to exclusivity. Their first party that is strictly Xbox and PC. No other consoles.
I just don't think you can ignore the 5 million copies of Forza 5 on PS5. Like, that's just a lot of money right there.
I don't disagree, but I also don't think you can ignore the fact that you've only sold like 30 million consoles, and if you keep putting these games out everywhere, you're not going to sell consoles.
That's true.
So
it's a fuck situation either way.
Yeah, PlayStation's already done it. They've already pulled their stuff on PC, so they were the bad guy first. So if you wanted, you can point and be like, hey, look, since they did this to keep their stuff off of Project Helix, where they probably wouldn't come out and say this, but they're going to follow suit, not put out anything on PlayStation. They can say that the numbers weren't good enough. What the rest of this year does for these games on PlayStation, I think will be a big factor on them going back to exclusivity. Gears, Halo are super interesting to me because those are your heavy hitters. Halo's just another remake again. So how much is that realistically going to sell? Even on PlayStation, like it's just Halo 1. Everyone's played Halo 1 at this point because it's been put out to death.
There's many ways to play Halo 1. Yeah.
It is Xbox's Skyrim, which Skyrim is Xbox's Skyrim since they have Bethesda now at this point.
They do have Skyrim, yeah.
I don't see Halo doing big numbers just because it's a remake. If it was a new one, 100%. But with it being a remake, I don't know. Gears is an interesting one because I feel like it's lost kind of its star power over the last decade or so.
I think it depends how E-Day hits.
Yeah, for sure. And then Fable's an interesting one too because Fable has not been around for a long time. So this being the first one in quite some time could boost its sales, especially on PlayStation. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I think State of Decay 3 January of next year, and it is exclusive. Or console exclusive, at least. I don't think they'll stop releasing stuff on PC.
Oh, yeah. That's now a core feature of Xbox, is the PC market. Yes, yeah, I feel like, I think they gotta say something with State of Decay 3 just because there has been rumors of problems in its development. So I think having a statement out there like, yeah, we're coming.
Yeah.
Like, this game's coming, everything's fine, nothing's burning.
Yeah,
January, it makes sense.
I feel like we got not a deep dive, but we got a decent look into it like a year or so ago. So, I feel like it's time. This is so close to being out the door.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this next one. I'll go for the safe one. Persona 4 Revival is back.
Oh, I hope so.
We're gonna show
I
that
hope
game.
so, but probably not.
Yeah, we're gonna show it. And it's gonna have a Q1 release date, probably January, February.
I would love that. This doesn't come out till after Persona 6.
Really? I don't believe in that. Maybe. I don't know.
That's my gut on this because they've been working on Persona 6 longer. I would assume, even though they announced and shown, quote unquote, the Persona 4 remake already, and we haven't seen anything for Persona 6. I just feel like they're much further along on Persona 6. I feel like that's next year and not the 4 remake. I think the 4 remake is probably another, sadly, 2 years away.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because you also just put out 3 remake. So
you did, yeah.
I don't think you're gonna go 5, 3, 4, 6. I assume you're going the Capcom route. 5, 3 remake, 6, 4 remake, 7, 1 remake, so on and so forth until they get caught up. But I would love that personally, because I would love an updated way to play Persona 4, because I've tried to play Persona 4 Golden so many times, but I cannot get over how bad it looks. It looks so rough on a PS5.
Remember last year when like all the voice actors for Persona 4 from the original were like,
yeah,
what?
just
like
randomly tweeting shit about Persona 4, and everyone's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened.
This is promotion for the game. And it's like, oh no, I actually don't think they got a fucking job for this.
Yeah, no, nothing ever happened from that.
Fuck, unless they do the voice recordings way later, which that means this game might be farther out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this is after Persona 6. I would love it, but I don't think so.
Yo, comment section, is my fucking predictions code for Xbox? Like, shit. It's only getting weirder from here.
We love that.
Oh, shit.
Alright, my last one. We kind of talked about this earlier today.
Yeah.
Fallout 5. We haven't had a new Fallout game, like a new core Fallout game, since 2018. It's been almost 10 years since Fallout 4 came out.
Yeah.
this has to be done, right?
They were making Starfield.
Yeah, they were, and that's been out for. When did Starfield come out? That wasn't last year.
I want to say 2030.
Okay, so yeah, 3 years ago. Bethesda's big enough. They work on a lot of shit at the same time. Yeah, I think this. I feel like it because they're working on Elder Scrolls 6 as well. But yeah, this is announced, and this is fall of this year because that seems to be what Bethesda does. Bethesda
really?
has been really good about not showing, at least for Fallout. They don't show it until it's like ready to go out the door. They did the same thing for Fallout 4. When Fallout 4 was originally announced, I think the release date was like 4 months later, if that.
Yeah, I don't think Fallout 5 is coming for another decade.
Another decade? That's crazy.
I think we have a better shot at getting Fallout 3 remake, just like how we got Oblivion remake. I think that they're just gonna throw that out there.
That's such a I don't understand. Why would they do the 3 remake? No one's asking for. Everyone's asking for New Vegas, but
everyone is asking for New Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Fallout 5, and I think it's fall this year. And that is the last like first party game for Xbox to come out this. Well, not the last one because I think Halo's like November or something, but like the last one to be announced for this year.
That would be something. That would be something if that was real.
Because we don't have a Bethesda showcase, which they've done on occasion separately from Xbox. So I don't think Bethesda has enough for their own showcase. But I think they have something, and I think it's ready.
Bethesda has stuff to show, for sure.
They have one thing to show. I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 is nearly close enough to be shown.
I think a Wolfenstein could be shown here. I'm not gonna say it will, but I think it could be.
That's right. I forgot they made Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I think we could get another one. Like I don't know. I think Bethesda Game Studios is hard working Elder Scrolls 6 at the moment.
I don't think they are because Todd Bowles just told us to pretend like it doesn't exist. I don't think.
So we're just gonna pretend another game's in front of it now. I'm just like interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we see Elder Scrolls 6 till at least 2030s. At least. That is that's so far away. I think you can get Fallout 5 and 3 remastered before you get Elder Scrolls 6.
That's crazy! Nah, Elder Scrolls 6 is real, bro.
I'm not saying it's not real. It's definitely real.
And it's got blackjack and hookers. It's awesome.
It probably does. But that's not coming out for a while.
I'm like, do I just want to contradict my last prediction or no?
Absolutely.
I gotta cut you. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Just to make it interesting.
Yeah. Last thing will be shown. You will see whatever the fucking region is in Elder Scrolls 6. It's 2027 release date.
Not a
chance. It will launch with Project Helix, man. Will it come out 2027? No. Will they say it will launch in 2027? Yes. I think they will say it will, but it will get pushed to 2028.
See, I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like Bethesda's one of those, they really don't announce anything until they feel, date-wise, until they are super confident. I don't think they put a year on this if they don't think it's coming out in that year.
If you show Elder Scrolls 6, you have to put a year on it. I don't care. You have to put a year on it.
I don't disagree, which is why I don't think we're showing it, because I don't think they have a year for it.
Damn it!
But I feel like Bethesda's track record, they don't delay a lot of games. I can't remember the last Bethesda delay off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or at least the last public Bethesda
Asha Sharma
delay.
has to set she has to set the precedent now. She's got
For
first
delays?
impressions are important. First time we'll see her on stage. She's got to bring out the big guns. She's going around all these studios being like, "What you got for me? We got to show it because we got to show that Project Helix is a device worth investing into." Elder Scrolls 6, we need you. We need you in a bad way. We got to show the Xbox core fan base it's worthwhile. There will not be a PlayStation logo on this though.
No, that's man. Bethesda's the only first-party one where I feel like you don't make them exclusive, but you're right. You have to, like I said, you gotta sell consoles, and Elder Scrolls would absolutely be a console seller. I don't.
You cut off 2 years of development without the PlayStation port. Let's go.
But yeah, I don't think this is anywhere close to being shown. I don't think we see this for at least another shown again for at least another 2 years.
I could agree on that one. I think the big thing you show this year's Elder Scrolls, next year's new Halo. That's why I'm thinking it's happening.
You think Halo's ready for next year? The new Halo?
That's it. I'm not saying it's releasing next year. I'm just saying next year they're gonna say, "Hey, new Halo will be coming to the Project Helix sometime."
Oh, they're just gonna announce a new Halo next year.
They're just gonna announce what the new next Halo will look like. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, we know what it's gonna look like. I guess to an extent with this Campaign Evolve remaster or remake, since it's in Unreal Engine. But
I do have that on my list. It's Shadow dropped.
Doesn't it have a release date already?
No, Campaign Evolve? I don't think so.
I thought it did. Or maybe we're just all assuming it's the end of the year.
I think we all assumed with the date of the anniversary.
Oh yeah, that might be
which is in November. Yeah, it's 2026. We know that.
Okay. That would be something. I don't hate it.
Drop it today on Game Pass. $50 on PlayStation.
$50 for the campaign, just the campaign. Yeah. No way, man. If they really don't want to sell copies, they drop it for $50. You don't drop this for more than $30. There's no way. It's such a short campaign. Not that bad. Yeah. Honestly, no, not that bad. I don't want to pay $50 for a maybe 6-hour campaign for Halo.
Yeah,
I
think they've added 2 missions.
Yeah.
7.
I don't think so. I think that's what makes it 6.
All right, I got a couple other games on this list that could show up.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Blade.
Arcane Studios or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I'd love that.
Arcane,
like I mentioned earlier with Infamous, give me all the superhero games. Superhero Burnout might be real for the public. It is not real for me. I will never get burnout on superheroes. 700 hours deep into Rivals.
Doom DLC.
Okay.
What else is worth talking? I have Banjo-Kazooie here.
Ah, yes, the yearly Banjo-Kazooie prediction.
The year I'll be the one to do it this year. Rare's got to pump something out. Besides Sea of Thieves. No, they really don't. Everwild's dead. They're probably on the. I don't know what they're doing right now. They're probably still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you can't shut down Rare just based off their name alone. Rare has to stay open. Yeah,
you cannot shut down Rare. No. So I thought, oh, we need a game back. They're gonna need a game quickly after Everwild on all the screw ups with that because we got to get a game out the fucking door. And as PlayStation did with Astrobot, quick little 3D platformer. Let's bring it. Xbox needs a 3D platformer of their own. I'm thinking Banjo maybe could be here.
Speaking of Astrobot, I'm surprised neither of us predicted that for the state of play.
I think we're a year away on that, low-key.
A year away from it coming out or being announced? Because you can announce it and still say next year.
I think you could see that Game Awards as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a Game of the Year winner.
Yeah.
So, like, that could be a big thing. This one's fun. That Amy Hennig 1943 Rise of Hydra game with Captain America and Black Panther.
I think that game's also dead.
You think it's dead?
I think it's going to be. That was supposed to come out last year. That had a 2026 release date originally.
So we gotta be close.
You would think.
And the stupid one I have here, Ubisoft will have an appearance here. Far Cry is the next one that we're doing over again. We're doing another Far Cry. And I'm like, who's the villain we're doing with this one? Because everyone has to have an iconic villain.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Sweeney. I don't fucking know.
Sydney Sweeney. Oh yeah, I'm here for it. You know what? Honestly, though, Far Cry.
They haven't really done a girl-like villain, I think.
Far Cry's not an awful prediction because they just announced a show. So if you want to announce a new game that would line up pretty close to when this show is going to happen, I could see it. I could absolutely see it.
Ubisoft's gotta put some bullets back in the chamber. They don't have shit besides fucking a potential Rayman remake, which is rumored, and a fucking.
I mean, you got Black Flag.
Assassin's Creed. You got Black Flag
next month.
Black Flag is not like it's gonna move units, but it ain't moving that many units.
Well, what are we considering that many units? Yeah, but it's like
3-4 mil.
Oh, this shatters 3-4 mil. I think this is everyone's favorite Assassin's Creed. I think it doubles that.
I think it depends on the reviews a little bit. Like if it's everyone's talking about like it's dog shit, then like I don't know.
I feel like that'd be really hard because the original.
It's hard to fuck it up. Yeah, it's hard to fuck it up.
Because it's not a new game. It's a game that you already know everybody loves. You're just making it look better and adding some extra content. If this only sells 3 to 4 million, I think Ubisoft looks at that as a failure. Because it's not like it's exclusive. You don't think so?
I don't know.
They've got 4 IPs right now. They've got to sell more than 3 to 4 million per IP. 3 to 4.
How much does Shadows sell? No, I'm not even saying 3-4 mil. Shadows sold 3.
That's crazy.
Wait. That can't be right. I thought it was like 8.
That's what I'm saying.
It might just be 3, man. For Shadows, I thought it was way more than 3. I might be thinking of Monster Hunter World because I also came out like around Wilds because I think it came out around that time at like 8 million.
Shadows reached over 3 million players and generated the second highest day one sales revenue in franchise history.
Now is that 3 million day one?
No. It says it reached over that and generated the second most highest day one sales.
Okay.
That's surprising. I would have assumed Assassin's Creed had more pool than that. But also, with the last few, everyone being kind of down on, who knows, this one being more of a return to form and more of the style of Assassin's Creed that people enjoy more, I think it might sell more. But I did not realize Shadows only sold 3. I say only 3 million. That's still good. But we just saw Subnautica, who I would have assumed any day of the week has less pull than Assassin's Creed, and that sold 4 in a week.
That is true.
And that's only. I'm trying to think. Well, it's PC and Xbox, and that's just an early access to. It's not even the full release. But that's also a $20 game, I would assume, as opposed to a $70 game. So there's that to take into consideration as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 30. It was 30.
Okay, $30 game, but yeah.
All right, that's all the ones I have on my list. Unless you have any other.
I do not, and we've kind of gone. We've gone pretty long. We're at the 2-hour mark.
Oh yeah, we're long as fuck. Yeah.
Maybe we didn't need to add those news stories, but they were big enough, I feel like, to be talked about.
Free content, you know.
Yeah. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. We will be back on Tuesday for the PlayStation State of Play, and then we'll be live Friday for Keely's Summer Games Fest and Sunday for the Xbox Showcase. So be sure to look out for those. Come and chat. See if any of our predictions are right. I feel like we got to hit on a few of them, right? Surely we hit on a few of them.
You know, like that's my saving grace. Like, that's my one base hit, you know.
But that is going to do it for us today. Thank you for joining us at the lounge, and we will see you all on Tuesday for the State of Play. Peace.
Yeah. See you.